बहुत सही है। आई डोंट नो प्रोजेक्ट को हिंदी में और इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं, मेरा इंग्लिश उतना अच्छा नहीं है। प्रोजेक्ट का फूल जो अगर आप जानते हैं, अगर आप प्रोजेक्ट के पेड़ के नीचे खड़े हो जाए मॉर्निंग में सुबह सुबह 5 बजे या 6 बजे के आसपास, तो उसके नीचे इतना सुंदर फूलों का, जिसको कहते हैं पूरा फ्लावर, एक बेड तैयार हो जाता है। बहुत ही सुंदर फूल होते हैं, बहुत ही सुंदर सुगंध होती है, और कोई चॉइस नहीं होती है पेड़ के पास। वो कभी सोचते नहीं कि नीचे कौन खड़ा है। अशोक भाई उस पेड़ जैसे थे कि जो भी उनके नीचे आ जाता, जो भी उनके संपर्क में आ जाता, जो भी उनके साथ चलता, वो सारा सुगंध, वो सारी सौंदर्य, वो सारी काइंडनेस, वो सारा लव उनके हिस्से आ जाता। और मैंने हमेशा पाया कि अशोक भाई से हमें हमेशा वो एक प्यार, वो एक अपनापन, और साथ में ही जिसे मराठी में वापस में मराठी शब्द यूज करूंगा, आदरयुक्त प्रेम और आदरयुक्त दरारा। आई डोंट नो इंग्लिश में उसे, सर हाउ डू आई ट्रांसलेट दिस इन एप्ट इंग्लिश? No, not unconditional love. I was saying something else. I was saying you are awed by this man, but still you are in his love. आपको पता है कि इसकी अथॉरिटी क्या है, आपको पता है ये कितना बड़ा आदमी है, और आप इसलिए प्यार करते हो उसको कि उसके बड़प्पन के लिए नहीं, उसके ऊंचाई के लिए नहीं, उसके काइंडनेस के लिए, उसके लव के लिए, उसके आपके साथ टच होने के लिए, उसके आपके साथ एक बहुत ही कॉमन प्लेटफॉर्म पे, कॉमन ह्यूमन बीइंग करके जिस तरह से आपसे बात करता है, उसके लिए। तो अशोक भाई वाज वन ऑफ दोस पर्सन्स की जिससे हमें बहुत इंस्पिरेशन मिली। हमेशा लगा कि इनके साथ बहुत सालों पहले हमें पहचान होनी चाहिए थी, उनके साथ और कुछ काम कर सकते थे, और कुछ इनिशिएटिव्स ले सकते थे। इतनी एनर्जी, इतनी अर्जेंसी हर चीज में कि अगर उन्हें कोई काम याद आ जाए तो मुझे, और बहुत ही समय के साथ चलने वाले आदमी कि 92 में he was so quick on his WhatsApp, he was so quick on his calls, he was so quick on everything that he used to do, कि कोई बात अगर याद आ जाए तो पहले तो मैसेज डाल देंगे कि चौधरी साहब आई वांट टू टॉक टू यू। He used to say, साहब, I always felt he is like my father, I always looked at him like my father, that aura or that darara I was talking about, कि उनका रिक्वेस्ट भी ऐसे होता था मुझे कि मुझे पता था कि इसको कोई ना जवाब हो नहीं सकता है, इसका जवाब हाँ ही हो सकता है। कि अगर अशोक भाई ने कहा है कि आज मिलना है या हमें मिलना चाहिए, तो उसका जवाब हमेशा हाँ ही हो सकता है, उसका ना जवाब हो नहीं सकता है। और फॉर टू रीजंस, वन, he used to love us so unconditionally. Now that is apt, that there was no expectation from us, like it was pure love, और इतना अथॉरिटी कि हम जानते थे कि इनको मना करना मुश्किल है, इनको मना नहीं कर सकते। तो मैं हमेशा, इसके पहले जितने भी भाषण मैंने यहाँ पे किए थे अशोक भाई के साथ और भरत भाई के साथ, हर चीज में, हर वक्त मैं कहता था कि एक हेडमास्टर की रोल में आई यूज्ड टू सी हिम, लाइक ऑलवेज विद दैट छड़ी, अनविजिबल छड़ी, कि अगर अशोक भाई आसपास कहीं है तो that thing can be seen, like everybody is in line, everybody is following the rules, everybody is like not going out of the way, and even if like थोड़ा भी आप इधर उधर कर जाओ तो अशोक भाई की नजर पड़ ही जाएगी और बोल देंगे कि भैया क्या चल रहा है, जरा सीधे बैठो, जरा यहाँ ऐसा करो, वो कुर्सी वैसे क्यों रखी है। But like you will not miss, not a single aberration. That was Ashok bhai. Amazing man. I love this man. और मुझे खुशी है कि मैंने उनसे कुछ तो सीखा है, और बहुत कम सीखा है, लेकिन जरूर सीखा है। मुझे याद है कि जब लास्ट ईयर अशोक भाई नहीं रहे, वो बहुत सही लिखा आपने वहां पे कि द लेजेंड्स नेवर डाई। ये मर ही नहीं सकते, ऐसे लोग मर ही नहीं सकते। बेसिकली ये कभी जन्म नहीं लेते और कभी मरते नहीं। एक प्रवृत्ति है, एक ऐसी बात है कि जो हमेशा ही किसी न किसी रूप में हमें दिखती रहेगी। आज अशोक भाई के स्वरूप में दिखी, कल किसी और के स्वरूप में दिखेगी, भरत भाई के स्वरूप में दिखती है। आजकल हमारे गुरशानी सर, आज मनोज गुरशानी सर कहीं दिखने, अच्छा ही इज देयर, वेरी मच देयर, उनके स्वरूप में दिख रही है आजकल। तो ये तो प्रवृत्ति है, ये कभी खत्म नहीं हो सकती, ये कभी जन्म नहीं लेती और ये कभी मरती भी नहीं। तो अशोक भाई वाज टॉर्च बीयरर्स ऑफ दैट शक्ति, दैट प्रवृत्ति। तो मुझे याद है कि लास्ट ईयर 25th of February, I had my retina detachment and I underwent surgery, a difficult surgery, and then I was asked to do a very rigorous physical what do you say, a thing which was like you were supposed to lie down on your stomach for 16 hours a day. Out of 24 hours, 18 hours, 16 hours, you should be there. Like maximum number of hours, you should be on your stomach. आपके मुंडी बिल्कुल सीधी होनी चाहिए, आप किसी तरह की बात नहीं करोगे. That kind of rigor. And I was going through that. And हमारी अर्धांगिनी ने समझा कि हमारा मोबाइल फोन का यूज इतना ज़्यादा हो चुका है कि इसके वजह से हमारा डिटैचमेंट हुआ है. वो कारण नहीं था, लेकिन उन्होंने हमारा फ़ोन छीन लिया कि भैया बहुत हो गया, अब ये फ़ोन की वजह से आपकी एक आँख तो जाने वाली है, अभी जाते जाते बच गई है, तो नाउ यूज आप सुधर जाओ. हमारा वो फ़ोन ले लिया. तो माई फ़ोन वॉज नॉट विद मी एंड शी switched it off, simply switched it off. I was on long leave. Or Ashok bhai was trying for me, I don't know, for something, and he couldn't get me for a few days. 2-3 दिन वो उन्होंने कोशिश किया, फोन लग रहा है, मैसेज का जवाब नहीं दे रहा है, देख नहीं रहा है फोन. He came to my home. Driver came up. I don't know, my lift was not working that day probably. Driver came up and he rang bell and he spoke to Seema and he didn't tell कि अशोक भाई गाड़ी में बैठे हैं. उन्होंने ये कहा कि अशोक भाई ने भेजा है. उन्होंने पूछा है कि शेखर साहब की तबीयत कैसी है, या उनको कुछ तकलीफ तो नहीं है, कहाँ है वो, फोन नहीं ले रहे हैं, उनसे संपर्क क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. और सीमा ने मुझे कुछ 5-10-15 मिनट बाद बोला कि शेखर ड्राइवर आए थे अशोक भाई के और वो पूछ रहे थे आपके बारे में. मैंने कहा कि ड्राइवर कैसे आए, जरा पूछो उसको, अशोक भाई को फोन लगाना चाहिए. तो मैं कॉल हिम बैक, सर आप आए, मतलब आपने ड्राइवर को भेजा था. उन्होंने कहा हाँ मैंने भेजा था, आपका फोन ही नहीं लग रहा है. 3 दिन हो रहे हैं, मैं आपसे मैसेज कर रहा हूँ, आपका जवाब नहीं आ रहा है, आपको फोन कर रहा हूँ, आपका फोन स्विच ऑफ आता है, आप हो कहाँ, क्या हुआ है. दैट वाज अशोक भाई. That he came down from all the way from SION to my home and sat in the car, and just because the lift was not working, he sat in the car, sent the driver upstairs. इतना सुनने के लिए कि भाई शेखर ठीक है. I think this is that man. This is that unconditional love that I was talking about and you were mentioning about. This was Ashok bhai. और मुझे बहुत खुशी है और मुझे बहुत आनंद है कि ऐसे लोगों के संपर्क में आने की अपॉर्चुनिटी बिकॉज ऑफ आवर जॉब हमें मिल जाती है. कुछ ऐसी आत्माएं, कैसे कुछ ऐसे सोल्स हम टच कर पाते हैं, उनसे संपर्क कर सकते हैं और उनसे ब्लेस्ड हो सकते हैं. जब लास्ट फंक्शन था तो उस दिन मैंने मिस किया क्योंकि कुछ दूसरा एक प्रोग्राम चल रहा था और कमिश्नर साहब मुझे वहाँ बिठा के रखे थे और आई कुड नॉट लीव द मीटिंग एंड आई वाज wondering and wanting to actually leave that meeting, but I couldn't get out of that meeting. लेकिन आज मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि इतने सारे लोग आज भी अशोक भाई को चाहते हैं, इतने सारे लोग आज भी उनके सम्मान में और उनके रिमेम्बरेंस में हाजिर हैं. और जितना भी काम अशोक भाई ने शुरू किया है इसके पहले और इसके बाद में भी उनसे इंस्पायर होकर काफ़ी सारे लोग काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें करेंगे. और इतनी ही जैसे हमने अशोक भाई के बारे में देखा कि उतने कितने लोगों के साथ संपर्क बनाए, कितने लोगों को लाइफ में कुछ बनने की ताकत दी या उनको सपोर्ट किया या उनको इंस्पायर किया. वो सारे लोग और भी अशोक भाई बनाते जाएंगे भविष्य में. हम और भी और अशोक भाई अपने लाइफ में देखते रहेंगे. तो अशोक भाई कभी नहीं रहे ये बात कहने की ज़रूरत हमें कभी नहीं पड़ेगी. तो with all respect to Ashok bhai, with all respect to the family that took care of him, such a difficult man. I don't know कोकिला बेन का इस पे क्या ये होगा कि he used to like perfectionist कि ये ऐसे ही होना चाहिए, ऐसे बनाना है. मैं कभी खाने पे गया था उनके पास, कोकिला बेन आपको अगर याद होगा तो he like was बिल्कुल strict about, as not strict is not the right word, strict is a negative word. He was kind of perfectionist कि ये ऐसे ही होने. भरत भाई would know actually. भरत भाई and all of us were together that time. In fact भरत भाई के घर में जब हम लोग खाना खाने गए तब वहाँ पे भी वो सेम चल रहा था. So it was not just in his own home, that it was also happening in the Bharat bhai's home. So that was Ashok bhai. That was the man. I really think कि ऐसे लोग कम होते हैं और जब भी होते हैं कभी बुलाए नहीं जाते. Thank you so much.
Assessment. And of course, with the Chore Sahab. Joint Municipal Council. Yeah, we wish. Friends, we have also, of course, with the introduction of Chore Sahab, we came into contact with him, and he was also very closely associated with Ashok Bhai. So I request him.
Let Ashok Mehta ji, all the dignitaries on dais and off the dais. मरावे परी कीर्ती रूपे वरावे ही आपल्या मराठीत एक म्हण आहे. Even if you die, you should be remembered by your deeds. I am very fortunate to be in touch with Ashok Bhai, that too because of Mr. Shekhar Chore. When I was recovered from the trauma, the first function, my friend Chore suggested that Bapa Hospital. He invited me on one of the small function, and I was impressed. We require certain torch bearers. आदर्श आपल्याला पाहिजे असतो जगामध्ये. He was the आदर्श person I have seen. There are so many legends who is here, but to be in touch with the living person, he was a living legend, I can say, sir. I always give example to my children and my friends. If you want to see how a person be active, you see our Ashok Bhai. At the age of 90, he was so active and he was so dedicated to his duties. And just Shekhar told me, used to call and make very sure that you are there. In one of the functions, the governor of Bangalore, in the inauguration of that medical van, he was such a respected person. Even in the governor's personal chamber, he was invited. I was late, but I was standing out. Then when he came to know, he invited me inside. So I salute that person, and I am very fortunate to be in small contact with Ashok Bhai. But I am very sure his good work should be always remembered, and so many people will take inspiration from his good work. Thank you so much for calling for this function. Thank you.
Now, friends, we heard about the Lion Tarajan Bapa Hospital, the PET project. Special because Ashok Bhai was one of the founders, and particularly when we celebrated 50 years completed, we had a function where, with the good office of Rotarian Manoj Gurshani, the Rotary Club of Queen's Necklace, he brought 3 Rotarians in Nikunj Javeri, Sanjeev Mehta and Akshay Mehta, to have some association of the Rotary and the Lions joint project, the twinning project, where Ashok Bhai wanted, of course, at the international level also, international president, Lions as well as the Rotary, he was to plan. But since his road started with one club, Rotary Club of Queen's Necklace, the team under jointly, I would say, Nikun Bhai, they decided, after meeting, having a discussion, thoroughly they have gone through the proposal, and the club, personally as well as from the Rotary International Foundation, they have decided to contribute 2 crore rupees for cath lab, installation of the cath lab. Friends, It took some time in the process, but the association of the Rotarian with Lion Tarajan Baba Hospital, that they were taking so much interest, starting from selection of the equipment to the various process. And we had a professional support from doctors, cardiologists, cardiac surgeons, and they suggested that only cath lab alone may not be viable or legally is also not allowed. It is better to have a CVT SOT where you can do the bypass surgery, which needs at least minimum 1 crore rupees, heart lungs machine and the other equipment. I'm so happy at that time, the Rotarians, they agreed that okay, done. We'll contribute for that CVT SOT further 1 crore 15 lakhs rupees. And that association of the Rotary Club and the Lions Club, it is the Rotary Club of Queen's Necklace and the Lions Club of SION and the Lion Tarajan Baba Hospital, was under process. It was started. Now today, we have the state-of-the-art cardiology department where we are able to do all sorts of surgery, all sorts of cardiac problem we are attending. But that is not the end. The association of the Rotary Club of Queen's Necklace, when they are attending on a regular basis, whatever may be the requirement at the hospital, because it was a very old setup and upgradation is required. And during COVID, the ventilator and all other things were the need of the hour. So again, when it was discussed, they said okay, they got a donor. For the cardiac ambulance, 35 lakhs rupees. The ventilator, 30 lakhs rupees. And they said done. Now on 2nd April, friends, there is the inauguration and the presentation of this two equipment under the Rotary International Grant also. Ashok Mehta, Rotarian, she is one of the donors for the cardiac ambulance, and Chetan Mehra is for the ventilator, 30 lakhs rupees. In the process, again, some of this Rotary Club is very rich and resourceful. So one donor came that, okay, I am ready, 30 lakhs rupees. What is the requirement? The radiology department, the X-ray machine, new, portable as well as the fixed, and the sonography machine, costing around 30 lakhs rupees, also contributed. Order is placed, and that is also on 2nd April they are going to present it. This is not the end. Yesterday, friends, we received further 40 lakhs rupees because CVTS OT, cardiac OT is equipped totally. The other OT need upgradation for orthopedic and general OT. This group, under the leadership of Nikun Javeri, they said, okay, we have a donor in, they have a very big list, I would say. So I said, okay, Parag Udani will come. It was so happened, though they are very close to us, we are attending the income tax and other things, but we were not knowing that they are so potential to donate 40 lakhs rupees. They have donated yesterday, they have transferred 40 lakhs rupees for upgrading the operation theatre. So it is almost 5 crores rupees, friends, Rotary Club has contributed. And there I would say it is only, of course there are, all these names are there who have contributed, but they have the faith on one individual, that is Nikun Javeri. Friends, in the process we have also received, when Ashok Bhai, as I mentioned, about the 50 years and 52 years celebration, 52 years when we initiated, it was Dr. V. Shankar. He said that, okay, since you are celebrating 52 years, 52 lakhs rupees from my side. We received 50 lakhs rupees from Kirti Bhai. Kirti Bhai, please. Kirti Bhai and Sulatna Ben. And also received 50 lakhs rupees from the executors of the one Parsi gentleman, I am forgetting the name, Bome Balsara, through their executors, Mr. Buch and Jagdish Lakhani. Friends, this was all credit. We can give it to Ashok Bhai. Here I would like to request Nikun Bhai to say a few words. His association, he was introduced to Ashok Bhai first, and what was his impression and what was his reading. Nikun Bhai.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the kind words, Bharat Bhai. And I'm not going to spend too much time saying anything about Rotary and Lions. But I was reading the thing, the legends, they never die. They live eternally in the heart of millions they touched. I don't know about millions, but my heart, he touched. And he lives in my heart all the time. So, when I met Ashok Bhai the first time, my classic image is, this guy is mad. And I mean it in a very positive way. Mad with passion, mad with energy, mad to ask for the impossible. And that's what he was. Somebody who had that crazy passion, crazy desire to go beyond whatever is possible. And that's what inspired me and the other Rotarians. Thanks to Manoj, who got us involved and introduced us to. I think it took us about 3 minutes to decide that, yeah, this is somebody we want to support and go ahead with, because we know that it is going to be one of the cleanest transactions ever. And of course, bringing two institutions, Rotary and Lions, together, it's a shame that they work separately. I think that we should all work together. Sorry, Lions, I know, but we should all work together and do so much more, because this is a classic example of what we've managed to do. I'm just going to quickly end by one thing I used to always tell Ashok Bhai when I used to meet him, saying, Ashok Bhai, when I grow up, I want to be you. So I'm looking forward to being him at some point of time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nikun Bhai. Friends, today, in fact, we have also invited, when we initiated 52 years celebration, I mentioned about Dr. V. Shankar. At that time, we had one more donor who was present, Minarben, Shiusa's daughter. And there also, friends, it was so happened that it was Shiusa in 1972 contributed 25,000 rupees. After knowing the history and the work of Taratan Baba Hospital, Minarben, in personal capacity, decided to contribute 5 crores rupees. And that too, today is 18 March, on 16 March last year, she confirmed, we were having 2-3 meetings, but on 16 March, she conveyed that our trust will contribute 5 crores rupees to Lion Tarachan Baba Hospital. Now friends, as Ashok Bhai was knowing the Gujarati Hira Parku. So we were working on that we are all non-medicals. We need a person who can manage the setup, hospital, with our philosophy to support needy, poor, deserving patient to the maximum level. That is our Lions motto as well as Tarachan Baba Hospital's objective. It is not for making money like a corporate hospital. And then we were taking interviews, we were selecting, discussing. From that, friends, we found a person. Ashok Bhai, we found the person, I would say, in Dr. Sunil Desai. Sunil Suhas Desai. And after having a lot of dialogue with him, even we visited his setup. Suhas Desai as well as the wife, Dhanasri Desai, he said that okay, this is the right people who can manage the show. Friends, I am so happy to announce or inform you that last month, Nikun Bhai, normally in a cardiology committee, Nikun Bhai, as I say, tan man dhan, he is not only contributing, but he is spending the time, devoting the time, attending the different duties, and recommending if anyone comes to his contact and wants to donate, he will first refer, give the name of Tarachan Baba Hospital. The proposal will come afterward. First, what is your budget? What you want to donate? Similarly, friends, last month, we have done the highest record of cardiac procedure, that is angiography, angioplasty, as well as the bypass surgery. In January, it was around 190. He said, if you do able to reach to 200, I will host the party in the 5-star, 7-star hotel for all the staff members and of course the trustee and those who are. Friends, here I would like to say it's not only the one-man show, it is a team working so hard and regularly that we are able to generate that faith in the minds of the society, the beneficiaries as well as the donor. Normally the government scheme to support the needy, deserving, poor patient scheme are there. It is called MPJY, Mahatma Phule Arogya, this thing is there. Of course, by and large hospitals are not going for that because there are a lot of compliance required and formalities are there. And it's not, lucrative or there is always a shortfall of maintenance point of view. For example, for angioplasty, they pay 48,000 rupees. Cost comes to almost 60,000 rupees. So by and large, hospitals are not preferring. But our hospital, with the condition of the Rotary also, that we want to go for that. And last month we have received 75 lakhs rupees. That means the patient has not paid even 1 rupee for getting the treatment in there. Means 40% of the patients are treated free If it is a market rate or this thing, it may be 1.5 crores. But as per the government scale fees schedule, we got 75 lakhs rupees. Of course, there are a lot of procedures are involved, but we are ready. I must give the credit to Suhas Desai, and I request him to say a few words on this.
Good evening, friends. Some time back, it was not a far time that Bharat sir called me and he told me that today you have to say few words about Ashok sir. So there was so much of overcrowding of thoughts in my mind that I don't know what to say exactly because there are so many things and I feel I can just go on and on, but those things won't come to a halt. But I will try and summarize this with whatever possible details. So basically the story started in the year end of 2017. I still have that image when I had been to Avanti to meet sir, and I saw him and he was in all white and white with silky white hair. So the impression was like a strict headmaster, and I was like oh my god, this is going to be a bit tough. And of course, how strict he was and how soft he was, I came to know as I worked with him. But basically what I understood working with him is basically he was a source of energy. And we consider ourselves very lucky that for whatever period of time we worked with him, we could learn so many things from him. We could see so many new things and altogether different part of world of our profession which we can actually work upon. And at the same time I consider myself and ourselves very unlucky because it was a very short period for which he stayed with us. And we really miss him, many a times we reach many milestones, as sir mentioned that last month we did 190 cases, and I'm very sure that very soon we will cross 200 cases. In between there was a time when we completed 100 cases, and there are so many milestones, and it always comes in our mind that if Ashok sir was there, the kind of crazy celebrations we would have done is always being missed. So he was like a storm basically which came into our life and he went away from our life. But the way he organized things, I saw my life after he left that there have been things in my life which have been organized, they are at different level. He showed us a aspect that it is not just the professionalism, or it is not just that the patient care which needs to be given, and there is some different. A person, I always wonder how can a person be so selfless. There is nothing for himself. He is always wants to give others what he can do for others. There was nothing which was impossible. There was no word called impossible in his dictionary, and he used to make others also work in that particular way. I remember 2-3 incidences now. It was vaccination, COVID vaccination, and one fine day he called me and he told me that Dr. Desai, we want to start vaccination. So I said okay, I'll just check out, and I think let us say we will. Our meeting is due this Saturday, so we will discuss. No, it is next 2 days we have to start vaccination. I said, oh my god. So, okay. And he made sure that not, of course, in couple of days, but in the next 4 to 5 days, we actually started a vaccination. We were amongst the first 10 hospitals in Mumbai who started COVID vaccination. And we did a quite good numbers after starting the vaccination with this thing, basically. So apart from that, I remember another incident that we had our dialysis, and he wanted to have dialysis to be registered under MJPJY scheme, Rajiv Gandhi, the old name Rajiv Gandhi. So basically there are hospitals who take years. There have been hospitals who have applied for years. There must be the list of hospitals is in hundreds who have applied for MJPJY scheme, Rajiv Gandhi scheme, and for years they haven't been enrolled. But like Ashok sir and Bharat sir, they went there. Of course, Anniversory was also there with them, and I don't know what they did there. And we were immediately on the second day, we were registered under MJPJY. We could do free dialysis under MJPJY scheme. So there was nothing, there was no word as impossible, and there was no task which was impossible. And it was like always a level next. So again, like when I think about him, it was like a professional and personal Ashok Bhai, which I feel. Professionally, it was his dream that, Lion Tarachand Bapa Hospital should be able to serve all those who are needy. And it should be able to provide a service where no needy person can go back. We should have a tertiary care kind of a thing, and where every problem, each and every problem of a person who's needy and who's suffering should be solved. And I think it is his vision and his charisma, or his some kind of a divine presence which is there, like we are progressing towards his goal. I sometimes I feel that, like in such a short time, it is hardly a year, how we have been able to give such good results, we have been able to do such good numbers, and there have been hospitals, and there have been cath labs, or there have been cardiac centers around our hospital, and they have been serving since years, but number wise and results wise, we are doing so well. How it is possible? So I always feel that it is his presence somewhere that has made this all possible. On personal front, he was very kind and he was very affectionate. We have multiple times we have been to his place, and I always feel he has always treated us like a father. As a friend, he was like a very good friend, and there was no age limit, even if whatever age kind of person goes to him, it is, you will never feel any kind of hesitance be interacting with him. I remember he used to call me. I used to play cricket, and he used to call me during my tournaments, and he used to ask for the score. It is since years I have been playing cricket, but my wife does not know that, whether I do bowling, whether I do batting, or whether I do wicket keeping. But he knew each and everything. So it was a level next. And he had that kind of a aura, he had that kind of a charisma. Those who went near him, he always made them his own. उनमें वो एक अपनापन आ जाता था लोगों में, जो उनके पास आते थे या उनके करीब आते थे, वो उनके अपने हो जाते थे. So last 18th March, it was really one of the worst days in our life. I still remember, and when this incident had happened in the morning, I could not go to the hospital. It was very heavy for me to. It was very difficult for me to enter the hospital premises that particular day. And but I decided that it is his dream, and now whatever we do at Lion Tarachand Bapa Hospital will be for him. Whatever we do in the hospital, it is for him. He was the first person who showed faith in me, and whatever now we are going to do in the hospital is for Dr. Ashok Mehta. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Desai. Now, friends, I request Bijal Parikh and the group to take charge. And thanks all of you.
पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने वस्तु मौलिक दे मेरे सतगुरु वस्तु मौलिक दे मेरे सतगुरु कृपा कर अपनायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाए जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाए जग में सभी को आयो आयो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो। मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर हरख हरख जस गायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो।
सबसे ऊंची सगाई सबसे ऊंची सगाई दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो दुर्योधन को मेवा त्यागो साग विदुर घर खाई सबसे ऊंची सगाई सबसे ऊंची सगाई।
कुछ क्षण हमें मिले हैं, तो आपकी बातें आपस में हो इसके बजाय आप हमारे साथ बातें करें संगीत से। तैयार हैं? अशोक जी के लिए, मेरे लिए नहीं। साथ में गा सकते हैं अच्युतम, गवा सकती हूँ आपसे। अच्युतम कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे। कौन कहते हैं बंसी बजाते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं बंसी बजाते नहीं, कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं। गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं, रस गोपी के जैसे नचाते नहीं। सर्व जगत को साथ श्री वल्लभ के चरणारविंद,
सर्व जगत को साथ श्री वल्लभ के चरणारविंद। इस कलयुग में उद्धार श्री वल्लभ के चरणारविंद, वल्लभ के चरणारविंद, श्री विठ्ठल के चरणारविंद, वल्लभ के चरणारविंद, श्री विठ्ठल के चरणारविंद। मेरो तो आधार श्री वल्लभ के चरणारविंद, मेरो तो आधार श्री विठ्ठल के चरणारविंद।
रासेश्वर श्री राधावन प्रेम प्रिय हे योगेश्वर, कृष्ण कृष्ण जपे नित्यं श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम। गिरिधारी हे गिरिधारी गोवर्धन हे गिरिधारी, कृष्ण कृष्ण जपे नित्यं श्री कृष्ण शरणं। मारा तमना आंगणे श्री महाकृष्ण जी, मारा तमना आंगणे श्री महाकृष्ण जी।
मारी आँखों दिसे गिरिधारी रे धरी, मारी आँखों दिसे गिरिधारी रे धरी। मारू तन मन मारू तन मन गયું છે જેને વારી રે વારી મારા શ્યામ મુરારી।
हे मारा घटमा विराजता श्रीनाथ जी, यमुना जी महाप्रभु जी।
तारू नाम सोहे जगत मां श्री जी नी छाया मोहे जगत ने श्री जी नी माया मारी सरगम नी सद गगर सनि दब मगम पानी रे pani sani re sa mari sargam ma rahe joshiya भूली छोड़ी दीदा जगन्नाथ
स्पॉट फॉर लिसनर्स ऑल्सो। हम कितने अच्छे कॉन्सर्ट्स यहाँ सुनने आए हैं। तो सिर्फ गाने ही चेंज नहीं हो रहे, गानों के साथ राग भी चेंज हो रहा है। तो समझते हैं, अभी भीम पलास था, यहाँ से जा रहे हैं लेस पे कलावती पे। सो दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ म्यूजिक, दैट राग का अपना एक भाव है, अपना एक चलन है, अपनी एक पर्सनालिटी है।
तुमने मुझको जग में भेजा निर्मल देकर काया आकर के संसार में मैंने इसको दाग लगाया जन्म जन्म की जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर जन्म जन्म की मैली चादर कैसे दाग छुड़ाऊं मैली चादर हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे हे पावन परमेश्वर मेरे मन ही मन शर्माऊं मेरी चादर ओढ़ के कैसे। दो भजन है, दोनों के भाव अलग है। एक भाव है जिन्होंने अशोक भाई जैसे चरित्र को नहीं जिया जैसे कि हम लोग हैं, उनको रिपेंट होना ही चाहिए कि भगवान आपने सब कुछ दिया परंतु मैं किसी का काम नहीं कर पाया, तो क्या करना चाहिए। आगे गुजराती में बोलते हैं, पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए पर दुखे उपकार करे पर मन अभिमान आणे
वैष्णव जन तो तेरे कहे पीड़ पराई जान दे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो मन
दर्शन करता कुल एको तेरे दारा रे
वैष्णव जन तो तेरे कहे जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए मन अभिमान ना आए वैष्णव जन तो वैष्णव जन तो वैष्णव जन तो तेरे कहे माय सिंसियर ग्रेटिट्यूड અને ખૂબ ખૂબ ધન્યવાદ લાયન ભરતભાઈ અને લાયન કોકિલાજી ફોર organizing and sponsoring this beautiful bhajan yatra. My sincere gratitude and thanks and pranams to Lion Rajesh Bhai Gandhi for trusting Bijal Parekh and Sangeet Parivar, Manish ji, Vijay ji, Ayodhya Das ji, Dinesh Bhai, Jayu Bhai, Rajendra Thakur, my sound team. उनकी वजह से आज हम यहाँ आ पाए. I would like to request one of our friend, singer friend, Poonam Sanghvi ji to present one beautiful भजन. सॉरी पूनम जी, थोड़ा समय से हम लोग पीछे चल रहे हैं, तो आप एक भजन हमें सुंदर सुना दीजिए. थैंक यू. आइए. सोचे हमें क्या मिला है, हम ये सोचे किया क्या है अर्पण, फूल खुशियों के बांटे सभी को, सबका जीवन ही बन जाए मधुबन, अपनी करुणा का जल तो बहा के कर दे पावन हर एक मन का कोना, चले नेक रास्ते पे हमसे भूल कर भी कोई भूल होना, इतनी शक्ति हमें देना दाता, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना, मन का विश्वास कमजोर होना। Would like to ask you all, concluding, can we take a nice Krishna dhun for 4, 5, 6 minutes? And I think that can be one of the beautiful climax and offering we can give to Ashok ji. So are we all ready?
Yeah.
हम भी सब साथ में मिलके गाएंगे, एंड हमें जितना समय मिला हम जो भी कुछ आपको समर्पित कर पाए अशोक जी को, इट्स अ प्लेजर। कुछ भूल चूक हुई हो तो हम सबकी माफ़ी, और हम संगीत के माध्यम से मिलते रहेंगे। मेरे प्रणाम, और कृष्ण धुन साथ में लेके हम समापन करेंगे।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री
कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
श्री राधा रमण हरे गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरे गोविंद जय जय।
राधा रमण हरे गोविंद जय जय राधा
रमण हरे गोविंद जय जय।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी,
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव।
हे गोविंद हे गोपाल गाइए।
हे गोविंद हे गोपाल।
हे गोविंद हे गोपाल।
हे गोविंद हे गोपाल।
हे गोपाल राधे कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद।
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 कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद राधे गोविंद गोविंद।
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद राधे गोविंद गोविंद।
राधे गोविंद गोविंद विठ्ठल पांडुरंग हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
राजा राम 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 सीता राम 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 राजा राम राम
सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
सीता राम 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 सीता
राम 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 राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
सर्वेत्र सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात्
कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय।
है।